Hi Aries, welcome to Free Your Spirit Healing. This is going to be messages for you for your highest good for the month of December 2025. Can you believe how quickly this year has gone? So when I was meditating, I got that things are easing up. I feel like you've been through something this year that was really hard on you. And you're having to re-establish your long-term goals or long-term gain to do with structure of finance. So yeah, something is needing to be really scrutinized or just completely approached in a new way to do with long-term financial gain or setup or investment. So how you invest what you've got in yourself or in your family. There might be something to do with that happens coming into December, and that could be affected by some kind of court ruling if you have something going on to do with the courts or to do with law. But there is some kind of decision that happens over it, even if it's not in the courts. There's some divine justice coming up in around that. Something that gives you a completely new approach, like throwing out whatever it was that you've been through, not holding on to it anymore. Recognizing that your best way forwards is not holding on to it. It's to reinvent the wheel. It's to reinvent yourself. It's to give yourself a clean slate. It's to empower yourself to have faith in your own future and take steps to create that future that doesn't involve dragging you through what you've already been through in the last year. It's something to do with letting that go and starting afresh. And I feel there's healing around it. There's balance, a real balance of the scales coming in, and a fresh approach, and taking better care of yourself. If you've had some kind of challenges with your health, there's something about stripping something away or eliminating something. Maybe eliminating something from your diet could help. Or being honest with yourself in that, being vulnerable and sharing. So you might be doing some vulnerable sharing in a group setting that helps to share that kind of burden. So you may be in that way exploring ways of improving your mental health by sharing with people. Which may be sharing your story or your journey, or also hearing other people's stories of their road to health. You may learn things from other people that have helped them that you can implement to help yourself, and something to do with either drinking water, looking at where you get your water source, maybe investing in some kind of filter system, purity of water, something to do with that as well is important to take note of in December. Maybe going to the mountains, getting mountain water will be helpful. There's some kind of blessing to do with that coming in for you, and something that you are connecting with to do with water. And that's also connected to do with your long-term self-care plans, like how you see yourself and how you take care of yourself has changed and is changing. And giving that love back to yourself. For some of you, there may be a love interest that has taken its time, that suddenly appears in December, that is a big shock and surprise to you, and they want long-term future with you. And this may be some form of justice for you that happens, and maybe because it's been a long time coming, it's a shock when it does come, and they're wanting a new beginning with you and seeing a destined path. That's for some of you. For others of you, it might just be what I said at the beginning, but it may also overlap with some form of cherished soulmate, friendship, relationship, lover coming into your life or returning. It could be a new person because you've got the Fool here. And with the Star, it could be some kind of really beautiful it could be wish fulfilling. That's cool. Something that you've called in, literally. And so it might be really shocking that something that you've dreamt about or something that you've desired and spoken about wanting may be here for you in December. Wish fulfilling month for you, Aries. That's wonderful. So there may be a decision to do with a beloved one that you are making, and they may be telling you about what they've had to acquire in order to step forwards, and that may be also the justification of how it's taken so long. And I feel like, looking at cards, that could be financial. So someone's offering you something for sure and talking about it. So communication and action, even if the action has been very slow and a long time coming, or even if the action is minimal, or they recognize it may be too late, what I'm hearing. They may be also sharing with you about some kind of ending or death, something that's happened. I also heard death in the family, which may also be playing into their ability to move, or there's some kind of freedom that has come with that grief. Or there's a transformation that's come with that. If it's not a death, it's a transformation. There's a big clear message of something that is starting from clean slate, ground up, and that's very Aries of you as well. And it's you putting yourself at the forefront of your life and your wishes and your hopes and your dreams and desires. I feel that you've gotten some hard knocks from having your focus on other people, places or things or situations, that how they've played out, and you've gotten to a point of really honing things back to yourself and recognizing that when you get off course and put your focus on anything other than your own affairs, that actually creates more stress. So bringing it back to yourself is very clearly on the cards for you in December. And you may have been also waiting for someone to speak up, to do with making a move towards your situation. And it may be to do with plans that you've had that are long term, that are to do with your destiny or your wish fulfillment. And I feel like whoever is involved with you has held back and waited on something and procrastinated and possibly manipulated a situation quite heavily, for some of you, that is, with the Magician and the Tower. But I feel that regardless of the things that you've been through or the circumstances that have entailed from your situation in the past year, you are focused on your own independence. You're focused on what you can do that's going to put you in an even better position, and to move away from the drama and the crisis points. And there may also be quite a strong focus on health, cleaning things out. Here, there's something about cleansing. So maybe you're doing a water cleanse or a water fast, or whispering words of affirmation into your water, Aries. Ooh. Ooh, and I feel like there's good money juju for you in December. You may be more focused on things locally than travel afar. Or you may be speaking to people or negotiating and having phone conversations with people that are not local, that are at a distance. But I feel that your focus is local. Well, that's what you're building. You're building relationships that are local, as well as reaching out to people. Yeah, your focus is on long-term financial stability and what you want to produce. And figuring out who's with you. Oh my goodness, cards are so jumpy. There's a lot of contemplation on who's with you and who's offering or bringing things in that are undeveloped or abandoning something. There's someone bringing something that's not up to speed. So a lot of contemplation about that, and then a new action to take, because I think whatever it is that didn't work out for you is linked to either some kind of financial loss, or linked to someone's health, or linked to poor health, something happening to someone's health that causes financial loss, or stops you from working, or stops someone else from working, something like that. So looking at what one can do and figuring out the best way forwards to actionable way forwards with your finances. There's something good going to happen in December. And you may be consulting a female figure around how to approach something that is actionable to do with your finances. And kind of nurture a mother figure involved in that. So Aries, let me know in the comments if any of this makes sense to you, or come back in December and tell me if it does. But a lot of contemplation about your life trajectory and what you want to move towards. Needing more rest and needing to take care of yourself. Doing some healing. Self-healing is big on the market for you for December. And I feel that the whatever you do to initiate something towards an offer, a financial offer, you're going to approach it like a tiger, like a boss. And I feel like you'll come up, you'll get good results through the action that you take. And you may have other people working with you taking action, people who are on your side. So figuring out who exactly is on your side, who you can rely on, who's supportive. What was that? There was a saying I heard. It was like, people can either be cheerleading you in an empty way, or they can be cheerleading you and backing it with their authenticity. So I think that's me paraphrasing, but I feel like you are figuring out who is authentically there for you and who's just full of hot air. and Tiger Spirit's here for you for December. So that's a strong, actionable energy, but it's also an energy that does things solo. So you might feel like you're doing it all on your own, but with the Six of Wands, I feel like there are people on your side. You do have a team of people, but ultimately, if you are your own boss, then you are making the decisions and you are steering the ship. And if you're not your own boss, I feel like you're still in a position where whatever it is you do for work, you do something where you steer your own ship, where where you're the one producing something. And you may find that around the time of the new moon, your creativity peaks in some way, and you do something really creative that propels you forwards or gives you something actionable to put out there. Oh wow, sacred journey, introversion, seeker, self-knowledge. Oh, that fits in with what I was saying about this being about you and self-discovery and self-love and self-healing, especially with the Fool here and the Star. So self-love and self-discovery, self-healing is at the helm of the Christmas month, if you celebrate Christmas. So I feel that the more that you follow your heart, the more your path, your personal path, will light up, and the more you will be in your personal power. So I feel like that's what you're learning, is how to deepen your relationship with yourself and cherish your own gifts. and be attracted to those who reflect that back to you. And 30 boils down to 3. 3. Yes, 3 is actually collaboration, coming together. It's so I feel that there is a collaborative element in who you choose to walk this path of life with. And maybe that's part of your sacred journey, is honoring and recognizing the people that you've called in, that you have on your side, in your team. You may also be visiting somewhere temple-like in December, somewhere where you have a very connective moment of your spiritual journey, and a big like recognition or epiphany of some sort. It feels and it transforms you. There's a lot of fire energy in this, Aries. I love that. That implies to me that you are like coming into your own and coming into yourself and appreciating yourself and your gifts and your own personality, and using your incredible fire force. And look, we've got red everywhere, which is awesome. Red is passion and red is fire. So you are transforming yourself and your life in your own time, on your own terms, on your own time, on your own terms. That is beautiful. I love how these things are all fiery. Ooh. So you're gonna have a fire December, being your own boss, bossing into it. So thanks for joining me, Aries, and let me know in the comments what you're doing to boss up your life in December and what you got going on. I'd love to hear from you. And happy end of 2025 already. And please like the video because it helps other Aries to find it. And I'll see you next year. Woo! Mwah.